Hamas said today that its delegation has left Cairo and that talks are going to resume next week. We know from 2 Egyptian officials that Hamas is basically on board with the outline of the deal that's been discussed, a 6-week ceasefire, the release of 40 Israeli hostages for some number of Palestinian prisoners. But the sticking point is that Hamas wants this to be the start of a permanent ceasefire, and Israel's not getting on board with that. Were there any doubt that Prime Minister Netanyahu had changed his thinking about going into Rafah, for example, a ground invasion? He put that to bed today, telling cadets in Israel that Israel will be going in order to take down Hamas, and that anyone who says they should not go in, including much of the international community, wants Israel to lose this war. So it really looks at this point like extremely unlikely we have a deal before Ramadan, which starts March 10th or 11th. Why does that matter? Tensions already run hot during Ramadan. We have seen clashes between Israel and, Israeli forces and Palestinians, particularly around the access to the Al-Aqsa Mosque. We have also seen Hamas already calling for heightened confrontations. They put a statement out today saying that marches, demonstrations, and other initiatives to counter Zionist occupation and pressure for the end of the war should be stepped up as of the first day of Ramadan. We heard Biden say this, as U.S. President Joe Biden say this week that any hostilities that go into Ramadan would be, quote, very, very dangerous. Access to the Al-Aqsa Mosque is certainly a very serious concern at this point. Netanyahu said earlier this week that the same number of people would be allowed in, but he didn't specify who. And then what happened today is Israel's police force put out a statement saying that Israelis would be allowed in, and hasn't clarified what that means for Palestinians. This is the 3rd most holy site in all of Islam. In 2023, 300,000 Palestinians from the West Bank came to go to Al-Aqsa. I was there earlier today. I've been there a couple times in the past couple weeks. I've seen young men get turned away already, but that wasn't even Ramadan. So this is something that is weighing, very heavy on everyone's mind at the moment. We saw Turkey's President Erdogan speaking today next to the Palestinian Authority's President Abbas, and he said that if there are restrictions on access, that there will be undoubtedly very severe consequences. David Biller with the Associated Press for CGTN in Jerusalem.